Welcome to Spring LIB.
Okay, so this is a rather involved problem. We'll take it nice and slow. First thing we want to do is we want to start with the 0 degrees and the 90 degrees case because those are the simplest to work with. For the 0 degrees case, we have a simple sum of two vectors in the same direction. So we have f1, f2, and their sum f1 plus f2 equals 8. In the second case, there is 90 degrees between f1 and f2. Okay, where the resultant vector will equal the square root of f1 squared plus f2 squared. And that is said to equal 5.83. So if we rearrange this first equation for f1, we get that f1 equals 8 minus f2. And we'll go ahead and plug that in over here. We have the square root of 8 minus f2 squared plus f2 squared equals 5.83. Keep expanding. 64 minus 16f2 plus f2 squared plus f2 squared equals 5.83. Keep going here. Let's square both sides to simplify this a bit. So 64 minus 16f2. Combine these two f2s here to get 2f2 squared. Will equal the square of 5.83, which is 33.99. I'll take just to be 34 for simplicity here. All right, and let's rearrange this thing to look like a quadratic equation. We have 2f2 squared minus 16f2 plus 64 minus a 34 over. We get plus 30 equals 0. Divide out by 2, we get f2 squared minus 8f2 plus 15 equals 0. We could factor this to look like f2 minus 5 times f2 minus 3 equals 0. So then we get that f2 equals 5 or f2 equals 3. All right, so we know one of the forces is going to be 5 and the other is going to be 3. So let's look at the second case here, the 45-degree case. So we will have f1 and then f2 will be off at an angle of 45. Okay. I'm gonna take the first case here where I'm going to try out f1 being 5 and f2 being 3. So then this here is 3 cos 45, and here is 3 sine 45. So then this resultant vector, okay, will equal the square root of the y's added together. So we have 5 plus 3 cos 45, all squared, plus the x's added together, which is just the 3 sine 45 squared. All right, and if we do this out, we get an answer equal to 7.43, which is what we're looking for. So this implies that f1 equals 5 and f2 equals 3. So f1 is greater than f2. That's part A. Part B, now we're going to put a 30-degree angle between them. So I'm going to go to a new page here. So remember, we have f1 is 5, f2 is 3. I'm going to put 30 degrees between them. So then this is 3 cos 30. This is 3 sine 30. And again, to find the resultant vector, we do the square root of the sum of the squares of the two sides of the 90-degree triangle, the right triangle. So we have 5 plus 3 cos 30 squared plus 3 sine 30 squared. And this is just going to equal 7.74. And that is part B.